Καλησπέρα σας, καλοί φίλοι τηλεθεατές. Καλώς ορίσατε στην εκπομπή μας Faces, πρόσωπα. A new face, and I'm going to keep to English. New face with me tonight is Mr. GARRY KOUSOULOU.
Κυριάκο.
Κυριάκος?
Ναι, αθέλης.
GARRY, you took it from Κυριάκος, eh?
My parents, actually, it's interesting. My father was the only Cypriot in his school. He says, I'm going to give my son a very English name. So that's where the Gary comes from. But it's Kyriakos.
Kyriakos.
I'm a patriot. Αγαπώ την Κύπρο.
Okay, I'm glad you do that. I'm glad you say that anyway. Anyway, we keep it in English, but if you want to turn to Greek, you are welcome. Me,
τα ελληνικά μου δεν είναι 100%.
Δεν πειράζει. Όσα ξέρεις, this is good enough.
All right.
Okay, so, all right. You know, as I said earlier on to you, I like traveling, you know what I mean, with people and finding out about them more. Like, I want to, you know, let our, you know, audience know about yourself, about GARRY KOUSOULOU, Kyriakos Kousoulos. You are an optician.
Correct.
Okay, and you have your business in Enfield. You want to say more about this before I go further? I mean, where are they, the business exactly?
It's in Enfield town, near the post office. Very easy.
It's near Dugdale, yes?
Near the Dugdale.
Yes.
There was an award, the best Greek small business in the UK. So, μιλούμε ελληνικά, there's a chain with canelles, there's lots of fun.
With canelles,
for sure. It's a great place to come and get your eyes checked.
How many years you've been there?
Well, we've been there. We were one place for 11 years, and then we merged with another optician, so it's 50-50 now.
Okay. Okay, back to where you born. Okay, your parents are both Cypriots, yes?
Yeah.
Kyriakos, too. Who is your father and your mother?
Luizo and Athena.
And where they come from? Which?
One is Giti, the other one is Livathia, which is just down the road.
Livathia is near Larnaca, both of them in Larnaca, yes. And you born in Enfield? Or?
No, on my birth certificate it says Islington, but the majority of the time was Haringey. But now it's Enfield for the last 10 years.
Okay, that's good. And do you remember your young age, you know, like 3 years, 4 years old and school days and all this kind of thing?
I remember...
You went to a nursery school? Or?
I remember not being able to speak English. And then...
Why? I mean,
I only
you start speaking Greek?
I only spoke Greek at home. And when I went to school, there was only English. And a teacher said to me, it's bad to speak Greek. And that made some psychological problem with me. And then I only spoke English. It was only really now that I love our community. I love being Greek. And now it's my pleasure to speak Greek to the customers that come in.
I suppose you went to school, you know, and you learned the English language, and you carry on, went to college and all this kind of thing, and university. But did you go to a Greek school as well?
I did go to a Greek school. I think it's such a positive thing to have Greek schools. We're very lucky to have such a thing. I didn't pick up much. School for me, English or Greek, was never the place. I'm a creative. Yes. I always wanted, the teachers, we didn't ever connect.
With the Greek teachers, you mean?
I like the dancing, Susta, Vareta, that was such a fun part of things.
I can imagine you are a little bit of atachtos, you know, or you are quite a kid or what?
No. A little bit atachtos, yes.
Anyway, so you went to, you know, secondary school, college, and then you went to study in university.
I'm going to try this in Greek.
Okay.
Η δασκάλα, she said to me, Kyriako, you're only good for talking.
Yeah.
So that was, I've made the job of, when I discovered to be an optician, I found a job I can talk.
Yes, that's right.
And it's a dream job.
During
that's why I love it so
much.
Yes. Yeah. So at school, all I was good for was talking.
Okay. What made you decide to go and study and become an optician? Why? I mean...
So when I left school, all I passed, my only exams was science. So I went to study applied biology, HND, degree in biology. Yes. And then I went to do the job, and I hated it. It was working in a yogurt factory. And I just thought, this is terrible. I can't spend my life here. I love human beings.
Yes.
I love people. So I went back to the university and I said to the careers lady, I'm good at science. I'm good at talking. What shall I do? She said to me, okay, you've got some choices. You could be a podiatrist, feet.
Yes. Because you talk again, you know.
Dentist.
Or a dentist.
Or an optician.
Uh-huh.
I thought, I don't know.
Μυρίζουν κάποτε κιόλας.
Body.
Yes.
Teeth is not a good conversation.
Yeah.
I thought eyes. Right, I had there, eyes.
And especially when you do dealing with teeth, you can only talk, and the patient is not able to talk because
Correct.
you know you keep them there, and you just only you talking. You know.
Should I admit to something on camera?
Okay.
Do you want me to-
Yeah.
I went through a real depression. I left college, and to get to become an optician, you had to have a place that would take you part-time.
Uh-huh.
Because to be an optometrist was another 4 years. I wanted to work and study.
Yes.
So I was working at Pizza Hut just till I find things.
Yeah.
And I said to God, please, if you can help me find a job in an optician.
And you did.
And the day that I went to this interview, I broke down. And my car broke down. I had oil, lath me.
Oh my God.
I was 1 hour late.
Yeah.
I went into the interview and I thought,
But they give you a job.
I thought, forget it. We talked about mobile phones. We talked
They,
nice lady.
They give you a job?
Yeah, I went
Bravo.
home. I went to bed and I
Oh.
was so upset. I thought,
Yes.
forget it.
Yes.
Phone rang, and she said, "You got the job. You're just such a nice guy."
Bravo.
I couldn't believe it.
That's good.
And you know when you fall in love?
Yeah.
I fell in love with the job from
With
the
the job,
first day.
yes.
I
That's
loved
good.
it, helping
Yes.
people. And
Okay.
my boss, I made a little yaya.
Yes.
She came and she was out of breath, and I made her some tea. And my boss said to me, "What are you doing? You can't do this because she's going to want it next time."
Yeah.
And then I was really sorry. I thought, oh my God. And then someone else, they had broken their glasses. And I said to him, don't worry, he was an engineer. Don't worry, I'll make you a pair in half an hour. Because do you know you can make glasses very quickly?
Yes, yes, yes.
And my boss was so angry with me. He said, look, you can't tell people this. It would take the mystique away. But I thought this industry is sleeping.
Yes, yes.
So when I opened my own, it was all about customer service.
So that's why you maybe won an award, you know, because you're different.
Many awards.
Many awards, yes. So
National,
tell me
local.
about the awards a little bit later on. But before we go to the awards, I'm still...
On the journey.
The journey, yes. I wanted to find out about, do you have brothers, sisters?
Yeah, a younger sister called Andrea. She's got 2 children. She's just moved from London, actually, to Cambridge.
Ah.
Yep.
Just one sister, yes? What's she do there?
Well, she's a mum at the moment. She works at a school. She was a dental nurse. Funny
Okay.
enough.
And your father and mother, what do they do?
Dad they passed away a few years ago. He was an electrician.
Uh-huh.
Mum was baston machine.
Έραφκε δηλαδή.
Έραφκε, yeah.
Ναι, φουστάνια.
That's correct.
Bravo,
Showed,
that's good. Yeah, traditional
very.
lady, you know, traditional Cypriot lady. Okay, but I mean, your own family now, you got married after when you found a job? Or
I married
after?
a Greek girl too.
You married to a Greek girl?
Yeah, I married
Very
a guy.
traditional guy, yes. So, and you have 4 children, yes?
Yep.
Okay, how old are they?
Well, I got Luca, he's 13, Christian 12, Stefan is 7, and little Angelina is 4.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, tell me about the awards. I mean, you won some awards.
I'm really proud.
Why? I mean,
Well, on the first year that we opened, all the shops around me said to me, he's not going to last 1 year.
They told you?
Yeah, they said he's not going to last 1 year. And you know, when you tell me it can't be done, that is when I get my determination.
Get angry and that determination, and you win everything.
I was
yes.
so determined. So every morning I used to wake up early. And in London, we've got the Metro newspaper. I used to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, take all the Metro newspapers, get my business card and staple it. Then I used to put them back in the train station.
Okay.
I'd finish work, I'd put leaflets everywhere. I was everywhere. And I put my name forward to be the best, there was an award, best new business in Enfield. And I put my name in and I won it. and it gave me such confidence at the beginning.
Yeah.
So then I entered it into a national award, best optician in the UK, best new one, and we came third. And that was great. And every year we won. We just kept winning awards and awards and awards, and we kept growing. It was lovely.
Stay in the opticians, and what is this cross section of the eye? What does that mean? I mean, give us more. Give us a small lecture about eyes. I mean,
I will.
you know.
Okay, I'd love to do that.
Yes.
You know, people don't often go to the optician, which is a shame.
They should.
They should. A few weeks ago, just before Christmas, a man came in, a Greek man, 4 kids. He had headaches. We tested his eyes. We saw something irregular. We referred him. He had a brain tumor, the size of a golf ball.
Oh my
And he came in the other day to say thank you. So when I look at you, I see a black hole. That's called the pupil. When you look inside the eye, the back of the eye can tell us if you're diabetic. Yeah, you see these blood vessels.
Yes,
you can see them leaking. If you've got high blood pressure, the arteries are twisted. If you've got cataracts, we see so many things, blood pressure. They've even found a link between dementia and the retina.
So through the eyes you can read all this, yeah?
Cancer, yeah.
So how often, a person has to go to the opticians? How often?
Every 2 years.
Every
when
2
you're
years,
over 70, it's every year. When you're young, it's every year. Because things change. You might have a growth spurt.
When you're 70, every year?
Correct.
You have to, yes?
And you see you're a -8?
Maybe, yes. I don't remember exactly, yes.
But for you, your eye is very thin at the back, so you must go every year. It's really important. The big thing for you and for everyone is when you see a flash of light and black spots, this is your body telling you something's wrong. So you need to really get to an optician quickly.
Okay. Yes, I will do that but I like to come and visit you. And,
you'll be looked after.
Because now you make me, think about, I have to go more. And because you won so many awards, I'll have to come.
It doesn't mean anything. It's the experience when you get there.
I'll have to come and see you.
We change the music depending on what's...
Because you do, teas as well on this country. So, yes, I'll come and have a tea and talk to you so you can examine my eyes as well. So, what else can you tell us about eyes? I mean, is there any other ways to protect your eyes except of going to the opticians?
The sun.
Yes.
The sun is your worst enemy, really.
The sun. Yeah.
Not too much. If there's too much sun in your eyes, it's got UV, and it really. Do you know, when we have a tiaron?
Yes.
You have a cigarette, it doesn't kill you. It'll kill you in 20 years.
Yes.
30 years, yeah.
Yes, slowly.
The sun will blind you over time.
Oh my
so
God.
when you're in the sun, to wear a hat, to wear sunglasses, good sunglasses, daftina,
yes,
they damage you even more. Because in the dark, your pupil gets bigger because it thinks it's in the dark. So you wear a cheap pair of sunglasses, you put them on, the sun goes inside your eye, and in 20 years' time, you really pay for that. So good sunglasses, a hat is good. Nutrition with children.
Yes.
Children need vegetables more than anything. They need the vegetables because the vegetables fill up the retina with color, and it's really difficult as adults to carry that on.
So actually, there is a diet for eyes on this kind of thing. It's important.
Cod liver oil, omega-3. These things are so important for eyes.
Is there anything easy to tell us about? I mean, about diet.
Yeah.
What? Any kind of food?
Colorful vegetables, oily fish.
Oily fish, yes. Yeah. These are important.
Very good.
Yeah, so I'm going to start. I like vegetables anyway, and colorful. I mean, prasina, green, and yellow.
The more the merrier.
The more the merrier. Yeah. Okay, so.
We were talking about your favorite dish before.
Yes.
Μεταυκά.
Μεταυκά, κολοκούθια μεταυκά.
Yes, all
These
day
are
long.
good, yes?
Very good.
Κολοκούθια μεταυκά. Tonight I'm going to do an omelette, κολοκούθια μεταυκά.
Lovely.
Yes. So, how much Greek you are still? I mean, you're dealing with the community, you are in the community, you're involved in the community.
We talked about the wine festival. I'm with my community, and I love my community. I love being Greek. One of my regrets, because it wasn't ever an option, is to go stradon. maybe
you might be go to Cyprus and, you know.
if I was 16, 17 and someone had suggested such a crazy thing of saying, why don't you go Stradon for a year?
Yes, yes.
It just was never an option. Maybe I would have gone, I don't know. But you see, when I go to Cyprus, I feel at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Londoner, that's fair
Yes,
enough,
yes,
but
yes.
I am a Cypriot and I love being a Cypriot. I'm very... Agabon Gibron is
Yeah,
the best that I can say.
yeah,
So when
yeah.
you ask how much of a Greek I am,
Yes, you are,
I'm really
yes.
proud of our
I
achievements.
mean, you involve the community, going to a church, going to an event, Greek events, all this kind of thing. You know, Horos Perides and all this.
That's correct. And when it comes down to mentoring young people, that makes me even more excited. And like you know, we've brought a young person today. Yes.
Tell me about this.
Other communities help their own. We need to support our young Greek people.
Tell me about this. I mean, the people, you have so many coming to you for work experience. Tell me about it. And are they more Greeks or any kid?
It's open to everyone.
Oh, yes.
So it started when I first opened my shop. There was a corner shop around the corner, Mr. and Mrs. Shah. And they said to me, Gary, we don't want our son to go anywhere. We want him to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay. He can come for a week. No problem. And he went to school back, and the teacher said to me, what did you do to this kid? I said to him, what do you mean? They said, you've changed him.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, okay. They said, will you take more? I said, okay, I'll take more. And it started one a month, and then it was one a week, and then it was 3 a week, and the word kept going around. Then the schools started saying to me, will I go to school and do talks to the schools?
Yes.
And I said, okay, I'll do some schools to talks. I've got no problem. And then it's turned into a passion to help young people because I guess I was never given a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Who believed in me? When you believe in a young person, they grow this much more.
Yeah.
And you say, you're amazing. Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Have some confidence. Or challenge them. Why are you late? Who tells them? And you say to them nicely, come on, work isn't like this.
Yes.
This isn't school.
Yes.
And I love meeting people 10 years, sometimes 15 years later, and they say, I'm an architect.
Yes.
I said, that's brilliant, this is because of you.
That's good, yes, yes.
That's so lovely.
Lovely.
So we've taken on 700 young people. We've won an award for the best work experience in the UK. Mm-hmm. All the local schools know us. I go to schools, I do talks.
How many people you have working with you? I mean, you have other opticians there?
Yep, I'm very proud that we've just won the contract with the Royal Free. We were chosen out of all the opticians in London to have a hospital, the hospital come and test. So we have an ophthalmologist, orthoptist, two optometrists, they're the people that test. We have 4 opticians, we have glazing. There's about 11, 12 of us.
So this
7
is
days a week.
in connection with the Royal Free Hospital?
Yeah.
Yes. So they refer them to you?
They come to us.
They come to you?
And they have their own doctors there because part of the NHS say that you have to come into the community.
Okay.
And do you know, everyone around me said, you have no chance of getting the Royal Free. It's impossible.
Yes.
It won't happen. You're wasting your time, Giriago.
Yes.
And one by one, I just kept going to the next stage, to the next stage, to the next stage. On the last stage, there were 7 doctors that came to the optician. And everyone around me just went, they got scared. They said, oh my God, they're going to come. This is so scary. And it's such a sweet feeling when you say you've done something, when others say you can't. It's a lovely feeling.
Good. Do you have free time? I mean, you love sports, or what do you do in free time?
This is my weakness. I think that I could be a workaholic. I try and spend as much time. I want to be a good dad. I want to be an exceptional dad. I want to be a great husband. I want to be a good boss. I want to be a good optician to my staff. I want to help the kids. And I think my challenge is spending time on me. It's a tricky one. I find it difficult to be selfish. It's just a crazy thing to say.
It's not selfishness. It's just, I mean, people like couple of hours, 3 hours or something, to be free and do something else, just to relax and all this kind of thing. I mean, what do? I mean, you read books, you watch television, you go for a walk, you cycling, yeah?
I cycle everywhere.
Yes.
But you see, I was diagnosed with MS. Yeah?
Yes.
That's part of my psyche. I was diagnosed with MS around 20 years ago. Most of the people that were diagnosed at the same time as me are in a wheelchair that are my age.
Oh my God.
One person that was diagnosed same time as me, with MS, is dead now.
Oh my God.
So it drives me so powerfully to think that I'm so lucky to be walking and running, and so I'm a very driven individual, and I always fear that when is my last day of running around? When is my last? And it's the truth. The MS
cycling helps you to go over this and carry on, and it's not fears anymore.
No, well, my fear is MS.
Yes. So tell me about this cycling, to Cyprus. You're going in April for charity.
I had the knee operation.
Okay.
And they said to me, look, you can't really exercise very much, but you can cycle. So I'm cycling around, and then the Hackney Cypriot Association, they're cycling on the 14th of April to the 20th of April. And they're going to start in Limassol.
And ended up in Nicosia.
All the way around through the UN
They're
line.
going to the occupied area as well and coming back. They're going to Kyrenia, Trikomo and Lefkara. Lefkoniko, I suppose. They name it they give a different name to the villages, But they're coming back to Nicosia, and it's going to be for a week. Yeah?
It's going to be such fun. Do you want to come?
I like to come.
Come.
I have
to. Such fun.
What I have to do, I have to start, practicing on a.
We're taking it easy.
Bike,
some days we're just going to cycle 30k, 50k, from here to Trafalgar Square and back.
And maybe yes. Okay. I will try.
We really need people to come along. It's for charity.
Yes.
So we're going to raise some money, and we're going to raise the. People don't know our island is in half. People don't know, and it's just
the awareness.
Raise that awareness. So we really need more people to come along.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, to cross over and let the people, all the cyclists, that this is. The border, and you're going into the occupied area, and some people they might be doesn't know this, so it's an education.
So we're going to be camping, having souvlaki in the evening.
Souvlaki, and that's beautiful, and lufkia and all this kind of thing.
Amazing. I hope you come for one day.
I will try. I mean, you can go there for 1 day or 2 or whatever, and
even if you want to just come for a few hours and just cycle.
Yes, it might be a good idea. It's good. I have to think about it.
Okay.
So, all right, what else you want to achieve? I mean, do you have any other plans and other dreams and all this kind of thing?
I think about that a lot. I think that, what can I do next? I've written a book, and that was a big achievement for me.
Tell me, before you go further, tell me about this book, yes. Social Media and Digital Strategy for Opticians, okay? Second edition, GARRY Kousoulos. Okay, tell me about this. I mean, what is all about? I mean, is it for everyone? What it's all about?
So, when social media was in its infancy, I was very interested in this thing. I love playing chess, skagi.
Okay, skagi. Yeah.
I love playing chess. So, for me, playing chess with someone in Russia was something amazing. For young people now, they think,
for someone in Russia?
So what?
My God.
Well, even now you think that's impressive,
yes,
but now it's nothing.
Yes.
10 years ago, this was something.
Yes.
And I was
they don't play chess now, do they?
Yeah, we could play some. Yeah. You can play on your phone. You can play somebody in Russia or Turkey or.
I don't play with my phone. No, I might be.
You can play Tavli as well.
Tavli is easier. Yeah.
Tavli with anyone else in the world.
Yes.
But 10 years ago, this was a big thing. So I became interested in technology, in the internet, and it carried on. And then I was doing very well with my social media. And do you know the governing board of opticians in the UK?
Yeah.
They're called ABDO, the Association of Dispensing Opticians. And I said to my dad, Dad, you know what? I'm going to get on that board. And he said, Xiasto, you're not a politician. you're not
Yeah.
you're not an author, you'll never get on. I said to him, Dad, I'm going to do it. And I used something called MySpace to
Yes.
campaign.
Okay.
And I actually did something with social media. I was the second youngest person ever to be on the board of the Association of Dispensing Opticians. Certainly the first Cypriot, for sure.
Yeah,
so I used social media for something. The Sunday Times were doing an online survey of the 100 most influential people in this country on social media. And I made 82nd. I was using it for my business, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just doing posts, doing videos, because I love that.
Yeah.
And then other people started to say to me, Gary, my friend who's a plumber, he said, Gary, can you do my social media? And then another friend, he's a magician, he said, can you do my social media? And I kept doing it, and I was doing mine, and I said, I'm fed up. How much will you pay, if you paid me, how much for me to do your social media? He said, I suppose 200. I said, fine, I'm going to start charging you 200. And then the next one, and then the next one, and the next one. And I was looking after other opticians' social media, other businesses' social media, and it grew and it grew and it grew.
Yes.
And that was, it's been a lot of fun.
That was before you become an optician? No.
No, it was
Sure
while I was doing it.
Well, when were you doing it? I mean, you are taking time off for work or what?
So I employ people, they do the social media.
Okay.
It's my second business.
Okay.
And I've spoken in Dubai, I've spoken in Scotland, I've spoken all over the place for opticians that are struggling and they want to know more.
Okay, that's good. So let's go back to the future plans. Do you have any future plans, dreams to fulfill and all this kind of thing?
I think I've achieved so much. What I want to do is give back.
Yes.
I want to mentor more young people. I want to help the Cypriot community to be a strong community. That would be amazing.
How you? This is a good,
Well, the
point.
cycling helps.
Okay.
We're going to cycle across Cyprus. That might inspire other Cypriots. If you're a Cypriot young person, are you proud of your heritage? We talked about Greek school.
Yes.
And we need really great Greek schools and to support them. So when Greek schools phone me and they say, will I give a raffle prize? Of course. But I want everyone to support them. Greek schools is a good thing.
Yeah.
When we're going to church and they're doing Panairi, to support that.
Okay.
The wine festival is such an important thing to go by.
Yes, it is, yes.
So we're a small island, but I'm proud to be Cypriot.
Lovely. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. What else you want to say to our audience about, how and what do they have to do to take care of their eyes?
I think going for regular checkups is important. If you don't go, you'll never. It's called preventative medicine.
Yes, you never know if you have any problems.
You need to find out what's going on. You wear sunglasses, you eat colourful vegetables. If you're young and you're watching this, I want you to feel inspired that somebody with MS, somebody that has come from nothing. No, my parents didn't have money.
Yeah.
Our business turns over over £1 million.
Happy, you're proud of yourself, yes?
I am proud.
Why not? Yes, definitely.
I'm proud of my achievements, but if I can do it, absolutely anybody can do it.
Can do it, yes.
They
have to believe in themselves, or how?
Well, this might sound cliche, but you need to follow your passion. I speak to young people and they say, I want to be an accountant. I say, why? Because my dad told me to be an accountant. That's a life of misery.
It's
a bloody life of misery.
The wrong way of thinking, yes.
Did you know in the Telegraph last Monday, the newspaper, it said that 80% of people that hate their jobs
because they follow their dads and moms, suggestions.
Of course, they go on antidepressants.
Yeah, I know.
80%. So what you want to do is you want to follow your passion. So then when the young people say to me, how do I know when I'm in my passion? Do you know the answer? How do you know when you're in your passion?
The answer?
Yeah, I know the answer.
Well, my answer is, you love doing some things. So follow these things you love to do.
Which isn't obvious to young people, but do you know what's obvious? When time flies. Sometimes I'm at work and I blink and it's 12 o'clock and I think, my God, when did it get to 12? Then I blink again and it's 5. Yeah. When you're doing your passion, whether it be football or it's cooking or it's speaking, and you can make your passion into your job. Some Greek philosopher said, when you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life.
Yes.
Yeah. So That's really, if I was to change any perception of anything, for young people to follow their passion, to be around positive people. Negative people tend to drain you. I've been very fortunate that I've only ever been around positivity and encouragement and nurturing, and I want to pass that on because the world is a bit tricky. Politicians, and we won't get too political now, but there's some negativity out there, but you don't have to stay there. You can be very positive, helping others for nothing. Just help someone. That is real happiness, you know. And if the rest of the world thought like that, we would be in such a very strong position.
Yeah, during all this, this journey, did you have any lows and highs? I mean, what is your lowest and highest point in your life?
Oh, it makes me feel upset. Being diagnosed with MS was really tricky, yes. Because I was a superman.
And how old was that?
I was just before 30,
oh my God.
And I was a superman.
Yes.
I was capable of anything. I used to do a job as an optician going around the country.
Yeah.
And then I fainted and I woke up in the ambulance, and the doctor said to me, "You see this in the scan? This is either cancer or MS."
Oh my God.
And I said to him, "I hope it's MS." He said, "No, you don't. You want to hope that's a brain tumor." So that was definitely, it was a knock on my confidence, but it opened an opportunity for me. My MS nurse, she said to me, "Gary, you're making someone else rich. Why are you doing that? Open your own business." Yeah. So because I had my MS, it gave me the opportunity to open my own business.
Okay.
From opening my own business, it's given me the opportunity to take 700 young people. It's given me the opportunity to write a book, cycle across.
So that was the highest point of your life, opening your own business?
No, the highest is
children, yes.
Damora.
Damora.
Getting married, making my parents proud, just standing at the wine festival and thinking I'm contributing. Being here is a proud moment.
Yes, yes.
This is such a proud moment.
Yes.
There's more highs than there are lows. There's hardly any lows.
Yes. Are you happy, confident about yourself now, about your life and your health and all this? You're confident, I suppose.
I'm confident in my ability. If you said to me, "Gary, can you get from here to Afghanistan with 50 pounds?" I would find a way. I'm very resourceful. There's a guy called Tony Robbins. He says, when you lack resource, become resourceful. I'm resourceful. I'm creative. So this is certainly, I'm confident in my own ability.
Okay.
And I'm good with teams. I'm a good leader.
Lovely.
So I don't think,
well,
there you go.
I am happy to have you here. It was a pleasure to have you
my
here.
pleasure.
And your story is very interesting. And I wish you all the best with your, future plans, dreams, and all this kind of thing. With everything you do, and especially with your business and with your the kids that you have for work experience, your 4 kids, and be, strong enough to be able to fulfill your dreams, as well as look after your children, and this is where happiness is with you. So how can anyone, I or anyone, get in touch with you? Do you have any website?
Well, it's quite easy. Type into Google "best optician in the world." I'm first.
Is it?
No.
Best optician in the world.
I'm number 1 and number 2 and number 3. They call that search engine optimization.
Oh my God.
So that's very easy. If you're in Enfield, no purchase necessary. Έλα για καφέ.
Έλα για καφέ, ναι.
If you've got MS and you're watching this, and you've just been diagnosed and you think, "Oh my God, this is the end of my world," I hope you're watching this. There's so many great things that you can do with your life. Don't be depressed. Don't get down. If you're a young Cypriot and you're watching this and you think, "I'd like to do work experience there," just come. It's fine. Any creed, any religion, any sex, I'll take you on a work experience. So I'm pretty easy to find.
Κυριάκο, thank you. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Ευχαριστώ που ήρθες. Και εμένα η χαρά μου, ευχαριστώ που ήρθες και εύχομαι όλα τα καλά του κόσμου. Για σένα, για την οικογένειά σου, για τα παιδιά σου και εσύ ήσουν. Εντάξει, θα έρθω για καφέ. Έτσι.
Perfect.
Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Ευχαριστούμε και εσάς, καλοί φίλοι τηλεθεατές, που μείνατε μαζί μας. Εγώ και εσείς θα είμαστε μαζί και πάλι την ερχόμενη Κυριακή, την ίδια ώρα, με ένα άλλο πρόσωπο, καινούργιο πρόσωπο ή πρόσωπα. Μέχρι τότε, να είσαστε προσεκτικοί, να πιστεύετε στον εαυτό σας, να αγαπάτε τον εαυτό σας, να είστε δυνατοί και θα τα πούμε και πάλι σύντομα. Καληνύχτα σας. Πριν φύγουμε όμως, ένα ευχαριστώ και πάλι στον χορηγό μας, τον Dr. Βασίλη Μαύρου, ο οποίος είναι πάντα μαζί μας και μας βοηθά από το Προ σωπα. Ευχαριστούμε πολύ. Καληνύχτα.